This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Welcome, guys, to the Brandon Lauren YouTube channel, and I have my friend Chris right here today, and he's gonna go ahead and show off his spicy Mermail deck. So, Chris, why do you play Mermail?
What's going on, brother? Pleasure to be here. Let me introduce,
Anytime.
When I play
know
Mermails, it's my favorite attribute, color of my birthstone, which is sapphire, blue, and I've had the deck since it came out, so,
Since the very beginning?
Yeah, just
Okay.
one of my passions, favorite attribute mainly. Favorite type of monster is fairy.
Fairy? Okay.
Yeah.
Fairy, and then you like water. Splash.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So,
Let's get right on into it.
that's what we got.
So first, standard, bread and butter, heart and soul of the deck, Neptibus, has a 3 of.
He is the prince.
Go ahead and scooch that over, And then we got 3 Diva. Wish I had the turbo pack ones, and then we got the Dusa, just the
Okay.
1 of. Also standard, mandatory.
3 ofs,
I
yeah, for
wouldn't
sure.
recommend anything other than that. Then we got more, If this gets hit while you send it for cost, that's pain. DD Crowers, yeah. But a lot of people don't know the matchup, even, given as old as the deck is. So another mandatory 3 of.
Perfect. So you run the 9.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Also starters as well. Any way
starters.
to discard Dragoon, and then also these are your normal summons.
That's the core 9. Okay, got it.
Yep. And then moving on to another 3 of is Abysteus. You could cut this to 2 if you'd like.
Are these ultimates?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Look how beautiful those look.
Preach,
Damn.
Used to have it at max already at one point. Yeah, these are going up in price way too much.
Yeah.
So probably not gonna get those.
Pass on that.
Right. I was running this at 2. I'm sorry, at 1, and recently I bumped it up to 2, and I like it much better at 2. Just in case.
That's your TK maker?
One of them. I mean, the deck has so many different routes. If you wanted to get into that, we could.
All right, cool.
Yeah, in this video or another. But yeah, definitely I like it as a 2 because if it gets banished or if you already used it in the grind game, because this deck doesn't have a lot of recursion, but it does have a good little amount of survivability.
Okay.
So that's it for that package. Then running off the Atlanteans, we have this as a 2 of. A lot of people like it at 1. I disagree with it. I think that it comes up often as a 2 of.
You got to clear the board.
Yeah, exactly. Also, it makes it a good in-engine going second play. Running these at 2, I did have it at 3. I like it at 2 better, but if I had space for it, I would definitely put it as a 3 of.
And what does this card do? Because I don't know what this card does.
This is your favorite card. This is the one that lets you look at your opponent's hand.
Oh, I hate that one. Yeah, I hate that
You
one.
can snipe out the Droll, the Nib, the Imperm, Ash, so many things.
So you're safe from hand traps, actually.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
If I hard draw it, there's also a way to search it, which we'll get into later on in the video.
Okay.
This one's Euro. You can see-
Euros. You
see
love
the
Euros,
difference.
huh?
I do love my Euros, yeah. And so then the clause is you discard itself and another water for cost.
Okay.
To look at your opponent's hand. All right, this card I have it as a 2 of, also
Ooh.
Euro.
So you're running Ice Shade now, too?
This is the only Ice Shade card we run. We did have the Cradle, which is the spell to search any Ice Shade cards, but we recently took that out just to cut for the deck count.
So what's the purpose of that one, though?
I mean, just another good level 7 extender. If this goes through, it's like Shengying Longyuan. It special summons itself. I'm sorry, if the effect resolves, I should say. Special summons itself and then another water token in either attack or defense. And then you could just go into your level 10 synchro plays.
Okay.
Also, another discard outlet for the Dragoons.
Okay.
Or anything else, really. The infantry, so many other things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
It's a pretty nice addition there.
Preach. All right, and then now for all of the 1-ofs, rounding off the monsters for now in the deck is the 1C Deep Sea Aria. It's a good monster reborn, good extender. Also lets you look at your opponent's hand if it's added to your hand by a card effect of a Sea Serpent. We have the 1 Lapis Dragon as an extender. Such a brick. I do not like this
Hate
card.
seeing it, huh?
But it helps a lot play through hand traps to at least put something on board. Also a good defense. It can protect you. From a bunch of things. Then for the Mermail cards, we have the 1 Pike and the 1 Gund. Euro. It's a German.
Always got to point it out. Euro.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me get that. The glares. Okay, there we
You
go.
got it.
Oh,
There
don't she
you-
look pretty?
There you are. Yeah, you can see the difference in the blue.
Yeah.
You asked me, but yeah, standard, just 1-ofs, nothing more, nothing less. This card can search you your Minstrel, and it can also search you your Gund.
Okay.
You can also special summon this card by 1 card in the extra deck, which we'll get to.
All right.
And then the last monster is the Monglacia.
Oh, I hate this one.
Yep, sends 2
Got that
from your
rips.
hand. Cards out of your hand, yeah. Up to 2. You
Why
got
did they ever print this card? This card's dumb.
It's not, because I mean, what other deck do you play this in? You know, like you.
No,
could,
but what I'm saying is when it came out,
Right.
and people played this back in the day when the stuff wasn't as crazy.
Still,
Yeah.
even then, still wasn't that crazy because then
Really?
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't have Super Poly at 3. We didn't have Triple Tactics, Imperm, none of that stuff. Droplets.
Okay.
It's such a long time ago.
I guess. I mean,
You know, yeah. Going into the spells for the deck, we have the one of that's must play.
You have to play that.
It's a
Yeah.
spell negate. It's a mandatory effect, so this can negate Super Poly, Dark Ruler.
And you search for it, right? So, yeah.
From Megalo.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I can negate Super Poly?
Yes, any spell. Yeah.
Wait, what?
We got the one of called by.
Okay. Ooh, that's
A little bit of a rich flex, yeah, you know.
rich flex.
I'm poor.
Okay.
I'm poor. And we got 2 Deep Sea Aria by banishing for cost, which is also a great part of the effect. You can search for any level 4 Lower Sea Serpent. Pretty phenomenal, great extender.
Consistency is always key.
Also,
Yep.
yep. My favorite card in the deck, as far as extenders, is the 1-for-1.
You love it.
Super oldie, yep. Pretty much
Oldie but goodie.
speaks for itself. Yeah, instant fusion, which you will not see pretty much in any other Mermail build. You could. It's the first one I've seen, my own, that I play this card. I would play this card at 3 if it was at 3, or maybe at 2. Then we have the One Pot of Avarice, because you definitely need a way to recur some cards in the graveyard. It's a super clutch card, and it just helps you in the grind game.
For sure.
And the last 2 spells, pretty great for going first or second.
Talents.
Talents.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, if you get drolled, we do have ways of playing through droll, and really that's the worst hand trap besides the shifter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this package here. I do have more than traditional. I'm sorry, I have more non-engine cards than traditional players do.
Okay.
We are running it at a 46 card main.
46 cards. Okay.
Yeah, I was running it at 50, and then I made some cuts just for consistency purposes. But we could run it at 40 if we wanted to. I'm just greedy, you know. So not going into
Sometimes you got to be greedy to win.
yeah, not going on to the continuation of the main non-engine cards because obviously we saw some already there. Is 3 Ash Blossoms, German, you know, Euro.
German Euro secrets. Okay,
As
got
well,
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Then you know, just great card in the main. Stops Labyrinth. Pretty splashable. Then we have 3 Drolls in the main. We're not playing crossouts just because I don't like that card. It's not good enough. And we also don't just lose to Droll in many of the given situations.
Okay.
And we also have ways to get around this with the instant fusion, you know, call by, minstrel, so many things.
I like it.
Yep. Hurts the meta, you know, so 3 Fenrir, love it. Doesn't really have any synergy with the rest of the deck, but Fenrir's Fenrir.
Yeah, man,
So-
you got to play that. Yeah, for sure.
Why wouldn't you? I did have him at 2, and I'm like, nah.
You could break boards with just this card by itself.
You could, yeah. Or just that plus a level 3 going to Baron. So much interaction in case you brick, you know, that in the worst case scenario.
Worst case.
And now finishing off for the last 3 cards in the deck for the round off of the 46 cards is 3 Super Poly.
Wow.
Best card in the deck, you know? What do
Now-
you do? What do you do against that?
Now, are many players who play this deck playing Super Poly?
No.
No?
I also have not seen any other build. Yeah, so the instant fusions and super polys in the main, let alone, or in any variant. Maybe in the side deck people do, but even then I haven't seen much of that.
So this is just an original
This is just
spice
me,
for
man.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen other deck profiles which have inspired this final craft, but you know, I want to make it my own. I don't just want to copy and paste.
Right.
Nothing against that if that's what you do, you know. But yeah, just wanted to make it my own.
All right,
Because this
perfect.
is my main deck and my favorite deck. So that's it for the main. Let's get into the extra deck now. That's just the token we got there. So going into the links, we have the One Abyss Keeper. This card is the one that lets you 2 waters, just lets you special summon any fish from your hand, the one and only fish target we have. Because the deck has changed from our last duel together.
Okay.
This card was not in there before, and I took out a bunch of the fishes and the prosperities.
So what's the purpose of adding him now?
He just special summons the pike from hand.
Okay.
Yeah, and just in case you already use your normal summon, and lets you further extend your plays
Gotcha.
through hand traps and stuff like that, which would also be a droll facilitator. Recently, we've only had 1 of these, but we just moved to 2 Coral Anemone.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you want to use it, if you're going first and you want to use this card, then for the going second for the crackback, for the Zealantis, instead of access code. Yeah, so if I had access code, if I had a SB Little Knight, then I wouldn't be playing this package and I would play access code.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for the final link, Heart and Soul of the deck, love this card. Can't respond to it if it's destroyed in the battle, in battle, which we also learned and from our last duel.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Unfortunately, I did.
right, and that's to round off the links there, just those 5 links.
Those 5 links. Okay.
Yeah,
The core 5.
right. Then we got for the Super Poly target and the Instant Fusion target, we have the 1 Garura, we have the 1 Mud Dragon, and then we have the Millennium Magistrate, which can also help you play through Droll. Or, I mean, unless somebody just shotguns the shifter, which I don't know why they wouldn't if they play shifter already, you know?
Yeah.
That's it for the fusions. We did have the rare fish, like I'm sure you guys had seen in the last duel from the instant fusion. Was a good extender. I do miss it, but we just wanted to make the cuts for the deck to increase the consistency.
Right.
Now going into the synchros, we have the Yugioh, Adamantipated Dragite. Pretty great. We get into it super easy. We don't, I'm sorry, let's go back to this briefly actually. The only way we lock ourselves into water is from the Coral Anemone now, and then Coral Anemone plus the World Seas Atlantis just clears the board.
Okay.
Clears all the monsters on board.
That's pretty nice.
Yep, it is pretty great. The one Ice Shade Ranargerin, I think that's how you pronounce it. Also Euro. I promise.
Keep pointing them out, it's fine.
Promise I'm not making it up, yeah. So, you know, level 8, 2 10s, and for the last 10, last synchro is the Sword Soul Shenging. Great synergy, these 2 cards right here, plus you can trigger this card off the Deep Sea Aria.
Wow,
The searchable spell card, yeah, the rotor for the deck, basically. So that's it for the synchros. And for the final 3 cards in the deck, we have the 1 Bahamut Shark, the 1 Mermail Atlantean.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Yep, it's pretty great. And the final card is the Totally Awesome.
Toad. Yeah, I
Obviously
mean,
pretty
you
standard.
have to play this in any type of water deck, right?
Yep. If you can, you should, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've missed, there's other variants where I played where I had 2 Baja, 2 Toad, and then I cut this card maybe, but I missed it every single
Because
time.
it's totally awesome last week.
You know, yeah. So, and that's it for the extra deck. So let's get into the final part of the deck profile, which is the side deck.
Side deck, all
My
right.
personal choice. So pretty standard, 3 nibs. Hurts a lot of things in the meta. I mean, just a great side deck card. Some people main it. I don't like it in the main. I prefer the super polys and other board breakers.
Right.
Then we have for going first plays, we have the 1 water barrier statue just for
Ooh.
tournament. I don't do this casually.
Okay, you don't be toxic, huh?
Nope. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
that's because it's just, yeah, 'cause if we get to rip cards out of your hand and super poly, Fenrir, and your waterlogged, it's just like GG's.
Yeah.
This card is the one that facilitates it. If you get this card out, which is very easy to get this card out, Deep Sea Aria, you can just special summon this card from the deck.
Wow.
And also another way to make yourself nib proof, which this deck does not really struggle with. It's pretty much just D-Shifter and Droll, or if somebody's playing Abyss Dweller.
Yeah.
We have the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, obviously because this deck hates back row. 2 Lightning Storm. That is it for the monsters and spells in the side deck. And then we have another going first option is the 2 anti-spells for Pirelli or anything else, Runic, you know what I mean?
This card is very good, this format. Yeah.
It is, it really is, yeah. 2 D barriers, which I almost never see, but it is a great card if it comes up. And then my personal favorite in the side deck, which I did have in the main at some point, is the 3 Evenly Matched.
I love this
because it
card.
helps with back row,
Yeah.
helps counter a lot of the meta. There's not a lot of people that can negate that, you know? It's okay to give up the battle phase, so.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you can rip cards too, and then, I mean, yeah.
So many things, yeah. I usually side out the hand rip going second. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah. So and we can get into that, but that's it. Thanks. It's a pleasure for having me on the channel.
I appreciate you, bro. And this is Brandon Lauren signing out. And remember, this is the way.